We're doing Angela Merkel, her speech at the UK Parliament, February 2014. Yes, she does speak English, and she speaks it rather well. We'll also look into her Q&A with Obama when he came to visit. And I want to add thank you for putting up with all the ads. Very much appreciative. I've been watching this woman. She's speaking German. She started in English, but she speaks very well. And she went to German because she said she can express herself better. A few things I want to point out. Take a few minutes and watch
such trust
her head
in
movement.
A democratic Germany.
The sound doesn't matter. But watch how she moves her head. Leans over here. She's got a very fluent movement. Leans, swish this way. Swish. See the swish. It's very feminine. It's what a woman generally does when she's looking pretty. It helps her to achieve her goals by doing that. It gives the illusion of meekness and weakness. I'm a pretty girl. Follow me. But the other part I noticed, we don't need sound yet, is how dead her face is. I'm working on a video of normal face movements and normal body movements that you don't really think about moving. And I'm going to point out some that I would expect to move on her or anyone as they speak, and they just do not move with her. Like her ears don't move. Her nose doesn't move. Just her jaw moving, her face moves. And right here doesn't move. She does give emphasis on words, like right there, quickly, and that's about it. She's a very, what I would characterize as a very dead face. Very little movement at all, but she has a lot of body sway for that feminine meekness. Follow me. I'm a girl. I'm a pretty girl. Which, if you know any women like that, generally that's not a good thing to follow. You got a woman that will use those tactics, run away. It reminds me every time I see a woman who used those tactics of a serial killer luring their victim. That sounds really morbid, but that's just what it reminds me of. A serial killer luring their victim.
All of the war in 1989 was a moment of almost unbelievable happiness. I am a person.
Yeah, she just said unbelievable happiness. She lived in East Germany. That's where I'm assuming she grew up there, because you don't live there. You don't go there. And for a woman who says the fall of it gave her extreme happiness, it's only in her words. It's not in her face. It's not in her body. She doesn't lean into it in happiness. She doesn't even lean out of it in disgust. It's a very dead emotion. Very dead emotion.
Use a famous quotation of Winston Churchill. Perfect is to change often.
Oh my God, she smiled.
This to me seems...
And she's still smiling.
Almost a wisdom that is particularly appropriate for us politicians.
And her ear moved.
But seriously speaking...
Let's go back to that so you can see what I'm talking about, these ear movements. 25.
Is particularly appropriate for us.
Watch this ear. See it? And it does it one more time, I believe. Let's go look at when she spoke about Trump winning. See if she shows any emotion there. Let's just be on a hunt to see if Angela Merkel has any other emotion other than Winston Churchill's quote that we couldn't hear because the translator.
Wahl in den Vereinigten Staaten von Amerika, Donald Trump zu seinem Wahlsieg. Die Vereinigten Staaten von Amerika sind eine alte und ehrwürdige Demokratie. Der Wahlkampf in diesem Jahr war ein besonderer, mit zum Teil schwer erträglicher Konfrontation. Ich habe also, wie wohl die allermeisten von Ihnen, dem Wahlausgang mit besonderer Spannung entgegengesehen.
And no, we're not seeing any emotion in this either. She's got an emphasis look as she speaks. Normal for most people. This is Angela Merkel and Obama at his European tour, their Q&A.
He's with the incoming administration, and this, to us, is a sign of encouragement to continue the good cooperation that we have built between the United States of America.
She's still very emotionless. I'm going to go find a feminine woman. Probably one of those dating advice women. They're always very feminine.
Of independence to find love again after perhaps a life of disappointments or divorce, and finding ourselves on our own.
Oh, this is perfect. It's Angela Merkel with emotion. I just want you to notice her head sway as she speaks.
After 60. And my guest today, Lisa Copeland, is a dating coach, and she specializes in women over 50. She is an author for the Huffington Post.
It's not Merkel's feminine movement. It's the feminine movement and no emotions. Cold and methodical. This is the feminine head roll onto gay men. Angela Merkel is about to answer a question if she plans on running again next year. And at this point, we already know that she is. But I want you to watch as her face lights up at the beginning of her answering.
Question whether I will put up a candidate.
Already, the eyes are starting to smile.
I will do this at the appropriate
And then, of course, it gets even bigger.
time, and this is not today.
For as little as motion as she displays in her face, there are certain things that she can't hide in her face. And her tails do come through her body, a lot of them. And another thing about people we haven't discussed before, because of her extra skin around her neck, because she's got to the side, hopefully we can find that somewhere, right here, there's a lot of extra flesh right here, and she has neck muscle tightness when she's speaking on things that give her stress. And because of the extra flesh, it makes it hard to see, especially when you look at her straight on.
Sorry,
Right here.
German unification is due first and foremost to the help of the United.
She pulls her face up here, and this reacts with it. So she's talking with her neck. Just as a reference point, he doesn't have that much flesh on his neck. So you can see his neck muscles, and as he says the word any, it's all in his face, in his stress to that word. Not stress up here, but here. She's talking about a wave of populism coming through. And I find what she says quite important.
He's trying to see to it that each and every one can find his or her place. But those that are belong purportedly to certain groups say, we are the people and not the others. That is something that we cannot allow to happen. That is something that I think at the time...
Let's go back. Her chin down, shoulders back, as in she snapped back on it. The thought of the populist movement with this body movement, head movement here, it's an unthinkable thought.
Belong purportedly to certain groups say, we are the people and not the others.
Yeah, she keeps that hand closed when she talks about it too. We are the people, not the others. Her hands closed as she's pointed out. We are the people, not the others. No, no, no.
That is something that I think at the time in the GDR, at the time when we had this in the GDR, where the people stood in the street and said, we are the people, that was something that filled me with great joy. But the fact that these people have hijacked it is not something that fills me with great joy. We have to find new ways of addressing people, new ways of getting it.
She's really closed off on that whole speech, a little answer she gave. She is not backing down from it in anything. Even if she lists the thing, she has her finger come back closed, even as she listed. Of course, she did the immigration policy. It just mentally shows how committed she is to it. Is immigration stopping in Germany? With Merkel? No. She was just asked a question on Assad. Sorry, this picture keeps going to Obama. The cameraman keeps showing Obama, like as she starts to speak, but right as she's talking on Assad, and when the picture finally cuts back to her, she finally has a face movement. She's actually a very easy woman to find out if she's being deceptive or not.
My position on President Assad as president.
She's got the deer in headlights, believe me eyes. Straight up. I mean, not even this way and this way, just straight up. The whole time.
Aktiv
Has
seine eigene
actively
Bevölkerung mit Fassbomben in schrecklichster Weise
tried to kill his own people. He has bombed them with barrel bombs in a most terrible way. He has brought untold suffering over his people. If you look at Aleppo and other places, when you talk to the many Syrian refugees who have fled here to Germany, they will be able to tell you their own personal story. And the majority of them, the great majority of them, fled from Assad. And most of them not even fled the IS. So I
And it starts to relax.
don't see him as an ally.
See? Back to relax. The whole time as she spoke to Assad, this entire Q&A session, she's got dead face. But she starts talking about Assad and accusing him of killing his own people, and the immigrants are fleeing specifically because Assad is murdering them. And she's got the believe me look. Now she talks about her belief system.
A very positive message and indeed an encouragement for me. Now, secondly, I fortunately know very many people, and there are many more that I don't know, many politicians who stand up for the same values of democracy, of liberal societies, of open societies, of respect.
Open societies. Democracy. Remember the Athenian democracy that the open society believes in. And remember, belief systems, when they have them, they don't show deception. They don't sell it in the sense of a deceptive salesman. To them, it's truth.
respect for the dignity of a man. And I feel that we are in a community of people here who stand up for these values, who try to maintain them, and wherever they are not yet respected, stand up for people's rights to enjoy them as well. And this is worth every effort. But I think we're gratified to know that there are many, many people who feel committed to this goal. Thank you very much.
She's going to leave without shaking hands. Funny. If you liked it, like it. If you liked the content, please subscribe. Thanks for watching.